Wow, what a coffee. The first coffee in the morning, the first sip is so refreshing. Anyway, coming to the topic of the day today, there's a belief that we need 2000 kilocalories per day of diet to be healthy and maintain a steady weight. I will explain to you and confirm to you today in no uncertain terms that this is completely flawed. You will understand by the end of this video why this theory doesn't hold any water at all. By the way, for those of you who are new to this channel, in the current series I am making a complete course on raw food diet fundamentals. The initial segment, part A, will consist of the fundamental theories behind raw food diet, why it is important, how it is done, and so on. The second part will consist of the principles of raw food diet making, and the third segment will consist of specific ingredients which are used by raw food diet followers, why they use those particular ones. One by one we will discuss each of them. I'm sorry, of late I have not been able to make few videos. I have gotten overly busy on the personal front. So that's about it. Let's come to the topic of the day. Why is it that 2000 kilocalories per day are commonly referred to as 2000 calories with the C in the capital is the required diet for day for every person to be healthy? Well, if you go into the history of how this number has come into play, several years ago there was a study that was performed, and the study in the US confirmed that for people to be healthy, those who are healthy and maintaining a steady health, women were requiring between 1600 calories to 2200 calories. When I say calorie, I am referring to the capital C here, which is kilocalories. And when it comes to children, they require anything from 1500 or so to 2300 calories. When it comes to adult men, it is between 2000 to 3000 calories per day of diet. Now, this was required to be printed on labels of food, so people know how much they are consuming, and the percentage of daily consumption of food can be calculated as a basis of calories. And that was the objective behind the theory, behind this study and exercise. Now, if you had a range for women, a range for children, a range for men, it would be confusing to the reader. So, the FDA felt that we should print only one number, and let us say that would be applicable to everyone on an average. I don't know how you could average out, women and men and children. Anyways, so they came to a number of 2350 calories. Now, many studies scientifically have proved that 2350 calories are not sufficient to maintain a healthy lifestyle without increasing the weight or losing the weight. Nevertheless, there were some influential people who felt that if you put any number which is higher than 2350 calories, then the country will become obese and start eating more, because targets are those that people try to achieve and they often cross them when it comes to limiting them to a target. So you need to have aggressive target. So the government said, the FDA, instead of 2, we will have only 2350 calories. But then 2350 calories is a number that is difficult to remember and difficult to calculate as a percentage of daily values for every food that is produced and labeled. So they said, let us make it simple and round it off to 2000 calories per day. Do you see how much of flaw is there in this theory? 2000 calories, or with a small key kilocalories, is way insignificant for most of the people in America, and that could be true for most of the people outside. So it doesn't make any sense at all to stick to the system of 2000 kilocalories. So the question that obviously comes up is, what is the right number? Am I suggesting 3000 kilocalories of consumption? Well, look at it a little more in detail. A person who is doing heavy physical work, let's say is a hard laborer working with concrete on the road, and there's somebody who is an executive sitting in an air conditioned room sipping some coffee and black coffee and then taking decisions. Do you really believe that both of them will require equal amount of calories? While we also notice, and I sincerely believe, thinking also requires calories. But do you really believe that thinking requires the same amount of calories as for someone who is physically working with stones and cement and whatnot on the road? Do you think somebody who is professionally rowing all day in a boat will require the same 2000 or 3000 or whatever number of calories equal to the person who is a manager sitting in an air conditioned room and making decisions? You wouldn't think so, right? And do you think a bubbling child with lot of energy will require the same amount of energy as an elderly person who is retired sitting at home and enjoying his life, a retired peaceful life? Doesn't make sense, right? So how can we say that any particular number is suitable for men and women, children and adults, old people, sick people, healthy people, adventurous people? I mean, we have so many varieties of people, so many varieties of professions. And what about the constitution of the person? The constitution plays a big role. What about the height of the person? If somebody who is at 6 feet height or 6.5 or 6'4 or 6'3 will require a lot more energy to maintain the number of cells in his body compared to someone like me who is at 5'4. So the system of fixing a calorie number as a healthy number to achieve doesn't hold any water at all. It just doesn't make sense. So forget about the number of 2000 kilocalories per day of diet. See how you feel comfortable. Keep tracking your weight. If your tummy is full after having a meal, then you have eaten excessively, just like it happened to me yesterday. You could feel it. After having a meal, you should still be very comfortable, not sleepy. That is the kind of quantity of food you need to have in a meal. And if you are consuming 3-4 meals a day, then your stomach has to be much lighter all of the meals after every of the meals that you have taken. So you need to consider factors of how much you are exercising, what kind of exercise you are having, what is your constitution, what is your height, what is your profession, and so on and so forth. Forget about the counting of the number of calories. Just look at, are you eating healthy diet or not? If you are eating a hell lot of bananas, for example, which is supposed to be heavy, that's not a bad thing if you are not eating anything else. But if you are having sugary cakes, if you are having lots of biscuits, if you are having lots of bread, and the top of that you are going to have a pie which is made up of apples or bananas, just that is excessive. So I hope this video was useful to you. I hope you are able to understand that the number of 2000 doesn't hold any truth in that. You just can ignore that. Don't even keep it as a ballpark figure. It is not worth keeping it as a ballpark figure also. It varies so significantly by 100%, 200%. Why even bother counting calories? Don't look at the labels. Don't add up your calories. Don't use any apps to count your calories. Just ridiculously throw them away. The type of food that you eat also makes a lot of difference. This is something I have already addressed in some of the previous videos. If you eat lot of fats, you will actually require less number of calories. If you eat lot of leafy vegetables, you will actually require much less number of calories. We are not going into that subject, that has been dealt with already, and we will cover in a different way in the future videos as well. I hope the video has been useful to you. I hope it makes some sense to you. If it did, please click on the like button, because that is how the number of suggestions to others will go up. It's not for me, it's for others to benefit. And subscribe to my channel if you want to watch more videos on the same subject. Thank you. Have a nice day or evening, whatever is left for you. Bye bye. Enjoy the day. That's more important. Be happy.